Apparently, I have no idea what I'm talking about when it comes to BMWs. That's not completely true, but I did make a pretty big mistake when ordering the ECS Tuning oil service kit. See, ECS Tuning makes it super easy to get the correct parts. You just go on their website, select your make, model, generation, your engine, and the trim level, and they show you all the parts that they offer that fit your vehicle. And beyond that, they have these service kits that they put together that include all of the parts needed for the service, like this oil change. Easy, right? Well, apparently not for me. My fiance and I recently purchased a 2015 BMW X3, which I know has a 2-liter turbo. So I went on, selected BMW X3, the correct generation, and I selected the 2-liter turbo option. Well, apparently, over this generation, BMW offered 2 different 2-liter turbos. And guess what? I chose the wrong one. Unfortunately, by the time I realized this, I had already drained the oil. So let's see how I got there. On this X3, there is a nice little trap door held on by 2 bolts. They put this on the skid plate to give you access to the drain plug without having to remove the entire skid plate. I actually like this. Wish my Golf R's ECS Tuning Street Shield had one of these. Anyway, basic oil change procedure. Open the fill cap for venting, then remove the plug. ECS Tuning hooked me up with this Schwaben oil catch can, which is nicer than trying to catch the oil in a bottle or something, but I really wouldn't recommend this particular product unless you've got really good aim. I ended up spilling and splattering oil out of this catch can and will end up probably picking up a larger catch can for future oil changes. I've linked what I think is a better catch can in the description, so go check that one out. So now on to the next obvious step in the oil change procedure, changing the filter. But not so fast. This engine does not have the filter under the car. It's actually facing up in the engine compartment. It's pretty nice and really easily accessible. However, it does require a specialty tool to remove it. But I was smart. I knew this, and I bought one for the wrong engine. So now that I don't have this specialty tool and there's no oil in the engine, I had to scramble to finish this oil change. So I found the biggest wrench that I could find in the shop, and I went to town. Pretty sketchy, but it did get the job done. And this is the point where I realized something wasn't right. The filter that came in my ECS service kit was definitely the wrong size. And also, for anyone wondering, the kits don't usually come with 2 filters. ECS Tuning provided the Hengst filter because it's a brand that they trust and they'd like to promote. Anyway, none of this is usable for this car. So I got a ride to Advanced Auto Parts, picked up the correct filter and another quart of oil. And luckily I realized this engine requires more oil than the other 2-liter engine. You know, the engine that this kit was tailored for. So I needed a bit more. Now that I've got the right parts, I could go ahead and install the filter, making sure to oil up the seals before installing it. And in an ideal world, I would have the filter removal tool, which I could use with a torque wrench to tighten the filter housing to the correct torque spec, which, by the way, is in the description below. But as you know, I can't do that, so I'll have to use my pipe wrench to get it close-ish, at least until I can go on ECS Tuning and buy the correct parts. Now we can reinstall the plug into the oil pan, making sure to replace the washer, and the plug can be torqued to spec. Again, specs are in the description below. Finally, with the filter and the plug reinstalled, we can fill it up with oil. Now, I'm still not 100% sure of the oil capacity of this vehicle. I'll do some more research and I'll have that in the description as well. At this point, we can check the dipstick to ensure that we have filled it to the correct level. Oh wait, there's no dipstick. That makes sense. With the vehicle on a level surface, we can go ahead and turn on the engine and let that get up to temp. At that point, we can go into the multimedia settings, go to Vehicle Info, scroll down to Vehicle Status, and then click on Measure Oil Level. At this point, we can click on Start Measurement, and then we just wait for the status bar to hit 100%. and it looks like the engine oil is okay. Kind of. Like I said, I spent a lot of time on the internet trying to confirm the oil capacity for this vehicle, to which I ended up concluding 7 liters. However, I read many forum posts that said the BMW oil measuring system will indicate good oil level with anywhere from 6 to 7.5 liters of oil in the engine. That's comforting. I did confirm this by checking the oil with 6 liters, then again with 7 liters. Both indicated the same oil level. And at the end of the day, I'm not that impressed with BMW's obvious non-disclosure of basic vehicle specs like oil capacity among their other strategies to restrict home maintenance. But we figured it out, and the car is running fine. Not to mention that as much as it pains me to admit this, I do really like driving this vehicle. So that about does it for the first and possibly last BMW video on this channel. If you are changing the oil on this vehicle, I would suggest heading over to ECS Tuning to pick up the service kit. Just make sure you know which engine is in your vehicle. I will link the service kits and filter removal tool for both engines in the description below. If you use those links and purchase parts from ECS Tuning, I do get a small kickback that really helps this channel. I hope this helps you and shows you the potential hurdles that you could face while doing this job, and I hope that you learn from my mistakes. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.